Welcome to Clash of Clans Radio, Episode 3. I'm Lano from Pika Legion. I'm the clan leader, and I'm a Town Hall 9.
I'm Trevor from Pika Legion as well. I'm a Town Hall 8, and I'm one of the 2 co-leaders in our clan.
Hello, I'm Rod Fury from Pika Legion. I'm a Town Hall 7 and the other co-leader in Pika Legion.
You heard about it during our first video, and you've most likely heard about it since then. Many clans are dedicated to this. Many clans won't allow this. These players are growing faster than ordinary players. They don't care about trophies. Rod, Trevor, any guesses on what the topic for today is?
I'd say farming.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree.
Yep, you guys guessed it. Today's topic is farming. Farming is one of my favorite strategies in Clash of Clans. Farming is, in essence, the purposeful lowering of trophies in order to attack weaker players for more resources. Farmers are the ones who place their town halls outside their defenses. They're also the ones who place one troop down on your map and then end the battle to lower their trophies. First, let's talk about why somebody would farm. I would say people farm because they grow much faster. Why? Because they are raking in the resources and aren't being rated for resources as much. Trevor, Rod, anything I'm missing on some pros of farming?
The biggest pro for farming is getting resources, but the trick is you have to keep your trophies at a certain level where you have the most available resources in raids.
Trevor, anything else we're missing?
Not really. You guys really covered it. But like back with what you said about raking in a lot of resources, if you've ever attacked a farmer and you've been like really surprised by all of the resources are in their pumps and mines, it's because sometimes people are just inactive like that, and that's really fun to attack. And you might lose trophies, but you'll get a lot of resources from it. So that's a good way of farming. And just like with what you said, they are the people that drop the one trophy or the one troop on your map and then end the battle. And you're like, wow, this guy's stupid. But no, he's doing that on purpose.
Yep. With all those pros, many people will wonder what's the other side of the story. There are a few cons, namely the fact that you are low on trophies. Some clans may not let a farmer in. Is there anything I'm missing on the cons?
Well, you have to farm properly, because if you don't, you're not going to get resources and you're going to lose trophies. So you have to know what you're doing before you go in to farm.
Absolutely. Trevor, anything we're missing on some cons of farming?
If you do get really low in trophies, and I know I've seen some people go from gold 1 when they start farming all the way down to silver 3, and I don't think that there's any resources down in silver 3. I mean, there might be. I haven't been down there in a while, but I don't see a reason in farming down there.
If you'd like to be a farmer, first you need a farming base. I am personally a farmer, so you can see by my base as an example of a great farming base. Let's point out some design features every good farming base should have. Like, if you look at my base, you'll see my clan castle is in the center. Now, if you want more information on where to place your clan castle and why it needs to be in the center, you can go ahead and go to our second video. Another thing that you'll see is my storage locations. Rod, Trevor, anything you see about storage locations that's different than with what some people might think?
Your storages are kind of in the middle. I mean, and sometimes people's storages are close to the edge, and sometimes people's storages are kind of in the middle, and they're all spread out, but yours are kind of in a row.
One thing you'll notice is how my storages are not within lightning spell range of one another, meaning that somebody cannot just drop a lightning spell in the center of my base and hit every single one of my resource storages, because you're going to lose a lot of resources that way. So I would suggest if you're going to farm, try to space out your resource storages. Keep them towards the center, but space them out.
Also, in adding to that, when you look at how they're spaced out, each little square that has the storages in it also has a wizard tower and an archer tower. So you've got individual and splash damage coming from that. Yeah. The other thing you'll see is that there are multiple walls in between each section for storages, which helps slow the troops down that are raiding them.
Absolutely. Now, with defenses, we'll be covering information about splash damage and point damage in following episodes, so stay tuned for that. Trevor, you farmed successfully. Help our viewers by describing some tactics that have helped you farm at your current town hall level, which is 8, am I correct?
Yes. I use full archers, which if you watched our first episode, you will know that that's what I do. I use full level 5 archers, which is 200 archers, and I go around and I go and look for resources. If something has, I normally won't attack a base unless it has at least 100,000 resources of each, or at least one of them, and then I'll try to get that resource. And with the archers, they're cheap, so you're not spending a lot of elixir, and the back with what I said about all the pumps and mines having full, those are great for archers to attack.
Absolutely, that's what I do. Thanks, Trevor. I really believe that's going to help farmers. Here's another tidbit that will help you in your farming. Look for raids with large amounts of resources in their mines and pumps, as Trevor just stated, because that means your resources are going to be a lot easier to obtain. Now let me give you an example of a successful farming raid. You'll see on the screen now that I've posted a video of a successful farming raid, and if you're watching it, you'll see that I start to deploy my archers around the base, and I deploy minions as well, so that you can see that my resources are coming in pretty easily. Guys, anything that I've missed with the tactics for this raid? I mean, I see that I dropped archers and minions right on those mines, which were full.
Yes, and that's back to what I was saying before. The pumps and mines are full, and it could be because this guy's inactive, or it could be just because he hasn't collected it. And with the mines being full and the pumps and mines being full, you just drop a few archers and you get 100,000 elixir and gold from it. It's real easy. As you see, now you're going for the elixir.
Absolutely. I mean, if you notice towards the beginning of the video, the clan castle was towards the outside of the base, which that's a bad thing. So if you'd like to know where to place your clan castle, you need to go check out our episode 2, because we went into detail on how to place your clan castle. Rod, anything I'm missing with this type of attack that's good or bad, or what do you think?
No, you've done very well in the attack. You've gone exactly for the resources. There's nothing that's really missing in a good farming attack, other than the one other thing you could do, but it wouldn't have helped on this attack because all the resources were in the pumps and mines, is you could have dropped lightning on the interior storages, but there wasn't anything there to drop lightning on.
True. Now, one thing I did not do with this attack that I would suggest you try is at least to get 50% in the raid. I know I lost 28 trophies, and I'm a farmer, so that doesn't matter, but it's always good to kind of keep a steady amount of trophies. Now, Rod, you've tried farming to no avail. What advice would you give our viewers on how not to farm?
Well, if you look at the farming raid that Lano just did, it was great because the pumps and mines were full. I never picked the proper base to attack, so without picking the proper base to attack, you're not going to be successful. You have to pick the right one. And the other thing that Lano just said, he didn't get 50%, which would have meant he gained some trophies instead of losing trophies. You have to stay in a certain trophy range. You have to find where the most amount of resources you can get in farming is. And a lot of that goes by who's farming at what trophy range. So you really have to pay close attention to your trophies.
Wow, that's some great advice that we've shared in this episode. All right, we have to bring this episode to a close. Thanks for watching Clash of Clans Radio. Please subscribe. New episodes are coming soon. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments and or email us at clashofclansradio@gmail.com. Thanks for watching and happy raiding.